Did you know that the annotated bibliography is the stepping stone to a compelling research essay? In the AS1, you learned how to evaluate sources, understand previous research, and build background knowledge. Now, in the AS2, you'll build on that foundation to uncover new insights and fill gaps in the research landscape. It's your chance to contribute original ideas through your own data and analysis. The AS2 is a group project that requires you to write a 1,000 to 1,300 word research essay. Your group will design and distribute a Google Forms survey with at least 35 responses and interpret the results using academic English and APA style. Your essay must include the following 9 sections: a title, an introduction, research objectives, research questions, research methods, research ethics, research results and discussion, a conclusion, and a reference list. The reference list is not counted as part of the total word count. Let's start at the top. Your essay begins with a title and an introduction. Your title should be 10 to 20 words. It must be descriptive and dynamic. It should reflect your research focus while capturing the reader's attention. Your introduction, 130-160 words, should include 5 key elements: a strong opening that shows why your topic matters, a reference to previous research for context, a clear thesis statement, a brief description of your research method, and a preview of your expected findings. These opening elements set the stage for a compelling and focused research essay. Your research objectives explain what your study is trying to achieve and why it matters in 100 to 130 words. Start by reminding the reader why your topic is important. Show that it's relevant and worth exploring. Then explain why your research is needed. What problem or gap in knowledge are you trying to solve? Finally, clearly state your main goals. Focus on the key things your group wants to learn or understand through this project. After setting your objectives, focus on the research questions within 50 to 80 words. Create 3 to 5 key research questions that align with your goals. These are not the exact questions you'll ask, but they will guide your survey creation in Google Forms. They define your project's purpose and keep data collection relevant. Your research methods paragraph should be between 160 and 200 words, and it needs to clearly explain how you collected your data. Start by saying what method you used, in this case, a quantitative survey. Then explain why you chose this method. What made a survey the right fit for your topic? Next, describe your questionnaire design. What kind of questions did you include? For example, multiple choice or Likert scale? Next, talk about the number of participants and their background, such as university students. Also include how you recruited your participants. Did you share the survey online or send it to classmates? Finally, mention the tool you used for your survey, such as Google Forms. This section shows that your research was well planned and suitable for your project. Your research ethics paragraph should be 100 to 130 words, and it shows that your project respects the rights of your participants. Start by acknowledging the importance of research ethics. It's a key part of doing responsible research. Then explain how you got participant consent. Did you include a short message at the beginning of the survey? Next, describe the consent declaration. This is usually a simple statement that says participants agree to take part voluntarily. Finally, explain how you will protect participant confidentiality. For example, not collecting names or keeping answers anonymous. This paragraph helps build trust and shows that your research meets ethical standards. Your results and discussion section should be 300 to 400 words, and it's where you show what your data reveals. Start with a visual representation of your findings. Use charts or graphs from Google Forms, just copy them directly using the tool. Then give an overview of the findings. Use clear numbers like 49% of participants strongly agreed with the statement. You don't need to mention every result, just choose the most illustrative and relevant examples. Next, explain how your findings relate to previous research. Do they support it, challenge it, or show something new? Finally, suggest a possible direction for future research. This shows that your work fits into a bigger academic conversation. Your conclusion should be 150 to 180 words, and it's your chance to bring everything together. Start by restating your thesis. Remind the reader of your main argument or focus. Then briefly mention the main areas your research explored based on your objectives and survey findings. Next, describe how your research interacted with other studies. Did your results support past research, show a new perspective, or raise new questions? Finally, suggest a direction for future research. This shows you understand that academic work is ongoing and that your study contributes to a larger conversation. A strong conclusion leaves your reader with a clear sense of what you learned and why it matters. Then finally, you finish with a reference list in proper APA style. You need to include at least 3 academic sources, with 3 paraphrases and 1 direct quote used in your essay. Make sure your in-text citations match the reference list. Remember, this section is not included in your word count, but it's just as important. Before you submit your essay, make sure it's proofread, clearly formatted, and submitted as a Word document via Turnitin. Every group member should contribute equally, and you should follow all the formatting and citation guidelines. Remember, by combining your own survey data with academic research, you're creating something original and meaningful. You're not just writing an assignment, you're taking part in a wider academic conversation. Let your research voice be heard.